Shop update time. I don't have my lav mic on. I forgot at home. So you're just going to have to bear with us. Alright? This isn't super top quality sound that we're going to get all the time here at PowerModz. That's the biggest complaint I have is the sound. It's just sometimes, you know, it is what it is. Costs money to buy all this stuff. Look at this. I'll show you. These little knickknacks right here. You know how many times I break these? Step on them. I crush them. This was $300 for this little mic. Anyway, I shouldn't complain. Things are looking up. We bought this thing. This has sort of made its way around Kijiji and various things, I think. Anyway, we have it now. It's a Honda 4Trax 300. Just got it. It's got disc brakes on the front. Got the snorkel already done on it. The wiring seems to be quite butchered on it. We'll have to take a look at that. Just literally got it. The button wasn't working to start it, so I just hooked up my little boost pack here. Lost a little bit of smoke, but that's not too bad. I mean, it starts like most Hondas, pretty easy. You hear that rattling in there? You hear the chain? That's a timing chain, but it's not good. Yeah, I don't know, but there's some cool things. Number one, it's the Honda 300 4Trax, but it's got a 350 rear end in it. I'm pretty sure it's 350, which is good because it's beefed up, and I broke the other one on the 300. Check out the front end here. The arched A-arms. Okay, got arched A-arms. That's pretty cool. Disc brakes. So we'll go through the whole thing. I mean, but this doesn't look like a Honda 300 front end. What's this Honda front end? What's this? What are these plastics off, boys? Help me out. I don't think that's a Honda 300 4Trax color. Not all that familiar with it. Brakes don't work. It's okay. It has a big gun exhaust on it. I don't think they ever made an Evo big gun exhaust for a Honda 300. Don't think. So I don't know what they jerry-rigged it off of, because it's got some little funky bends in it. But I imagine, I don't know if it's kitted up, if the carburetor's been tuned for that exhaust, because I see this snorkel's taped up quite a bit. And when they're taped up like that, that usually means that that it needs to run a lot richer. Otherwise it runs a lot leaner and it'll be popping and banging and all that. So that's what I expect is sort of going on. Oopsie. These plastics are kind of broken. Just going to turn that fuel off so it doesn't leak. I just want to see what's in here. There's nothing in there. No problemo. Some water. I don't think this bike's ever seen abuse. Do you think, Ty? Never been in the water before? But it has these cool, you like these kinds? You think they're going to get hung up?
No.
You don't think they're going to get hung up in the garbage?
They will.
They will. I think they will too. Well, why don't we give them a try? One thing that it might help with is keeping the mud and goo from hitting the foot shifter. Because that happens sometimes. It gets hung up on the skeg. And then it does that. Anyway, so I've got this one. I've got Old Blue up the property. I picked this one up the other day. It's a sickness. It's a sickness. I know it is. Don't get mad at me. I picked this one up. The kickstart on it was seized. I pulled everything off, and I think it's going to be fine now. So I rebuilt the carb on it. I just need to put the side cover back on and get it going. Then I've got Old Red right there, and I blew the back end out of it, blew the differential on it. So, I don't know if you can see that, probably not. But we're going to pull that out soon too, because, you know, now's the season, right? We're going to start getting ready to do that. And now with COVID-19, and my boy at home, probably now until maybe this time next year, you think he'll ever be back to school? He's got a smile on his face. He's going to sit and he's going to help me every day, turning wrenches. Me yelling and screaming at him. Him crying, "Dad, why do you abuse me so much?" Yeah, we're going to do that. The Rev, very cool. The Rev is going to the Cochrane Snowmobile Museum. I've sold most of the stuff on it, but I got a bunch of parts I can put back together and make it look like the Rev. And I don't know, that Rev has something like 16 million views, at least, on the internet. So there's a lot of views. So it's going to be going to the Cochrane Snowmobile Museum. We'll probably do that next fall, or winter when we're out there. And the VK runs, but it's the end of the season, the ponds aren't good, so that's fine. We're just going to leave this, and we'll take it out for real next year. Other than that, Kai, what else we got going on? We'll be tooling around with the Elan. I mean, there's no reason why we can't do that now, since I made space. The IQR 860 is all busted up and gone, to some very happy owners. The engine's still here. But I gotta take some parts off that. I've just been busy, and with everything going on, it's been kind of nuts. I know one lad has been looking for that motor, so I gotta. Here it is, right here. It's right here. So I gotta get. I just gotta get the clutch off and everything. There's no time. But now we'll have more time. And there's something else I want to do. We kind of want to make the ultimate Elan. We're ripping that Elan. Oh no, I still want to sell that snowpole. Come on. What's wrong with it? Seriously. I just haven't had time to put the stupid carbs back in it. Anyway, it's a good running machine. You guys will see. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't be afraid. Come buy it. Super deal right now. Yeah, we want to make a couple ultimate Elans. We have the 300 liquid out of that little inviter. But we have some other ideas too. We want a long track one. I've got a spare belt drive kit off an Axis chassis, so we might swap in a drive shaft from an Axis into an Elan with like a 2.5-inch lug. Bogies, of course, because bogies are the next newest thing for the future. These slide things aren't. They're on their way out. So we're gonna put the bogies in, and not quite sure what
carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber, maybe carbon fiber top. I have the carbon fiber. We can easily make it. Can't be that hard. And I have maybe a single ski on the front. Would that be kind of cool? No, you don't like that idea? Why? Because you can't drive one with 2 skis. Now you won't be able to drive one with 1. It's okay, son. I love you. Like you're my own son. But yeah. Anyway, no, I don't know. We're just sort of. I think with the 2 skis on that narrow chassis like that, that's the same as having 1 ski. You need it to side hill as well. But we're working on little ideas. So we're going to just tool around and build stuff over the summer and work on this. And this will be pretty good. So we'll have 3 mud bikes. We'll have 3 4-tracks, all different colors. Various states of disrepair, and we can do some ripping. I'm looking forward to that. And we have some pretty cool ideas of things we want to do with these bikes as well. So yeah, that's kind of the shop update. We're clearing out a lot of stuff that has sort of been sitting around, so I'm going to be... What's wrong with this? It's rather loose. We're going to be selling off a bunch of knickknacks and parts and pieces that I've had that I just really don't need anymore. Because I've got a lot more than this here. And that's about it. I think that's it. Keep coming back. We'll have to see how this whole COVID thing goes. I told everybody on Facebook that I'm going to try to put a video out every 2 to 3 days. And I've been doing that. I think I've put a ton of videos out this year. Since Christmas, Kai. Like, there's been a video every few days, for sure. Lots of videos. So, and there's more coming. So I still have lots of sledding videos to put out. Even though I blew my back in 1,000 pieces this winter, and it's just totally euchred. I was supposed to go to BC. Yeah, I better mention that. I was supposed to go to BC. That's canceled. COVID sort of shut that down, and the back shut that down as well. So that's not happening. So my snowmobile season is tout fini, as they say en français. And anything else, Kai? Sorry, I butchered that French. Not very good in English. I think that's about it. Any new products or anything new to show these guys? No, nothing really new. Nothing really new. The Exo sled is a lot of fun. Oh, I tried the, so this is what I'm gonna do. So I tried the Exo sled, I love that. We're pre-selling, pre-season, we're selling kits pre-ordered for that, probably starting tomorrow. And we're also, we drove the Taiga electric sled. Very cool. We're gonna be on social media, we're gonna be on Facebook talking about that. You guys can ask questions. Very cool platform, I loved it. I'd very much consider buying one of those.
Tell people it was limited because people were like saying that has no balls to it and stuff. It was like it was like speed limited and power limited.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when you see the video, it doesn't look like it's really pumping out the jam too much. It's the prototype, so they backed off the power on it. You could probably jam so much power out of that electric motor that it would snap every axle and part of that drivetrain, which is basically snowmobile drivetrain. There's a lot of torque in that. There's 180 foot-pounds of torque. So there's a lot of power. So they don't want to break the prototype. It senses super high loads in like really heavy conditions like we were riding the other day. It was about 1.5 or 2 feet of slushy, very heavy granular wet snow. I mean, nothing really works very well in that. Even the VKs and all that stuff, they don't work well in that. A 640-pound sled, which all utility sleds are in that area, they don't work very well in that. But it's got a lot of jam on a packed trail. It goes like a son of a gun. When they unleash the power in that, it's going to be pretty fun. I could see, I mean, you want to see some cool stuff, check out electric car drag races. They are rocket ships. Instant power. I mean, it's a really cool thing. So it's good. It's good for the industry. All this new technology, everything keeps getting better, and adds different aspect to riding and the fun that we can have, right? I think that's about it. Yeah, check me out on social media, on YouTube. We will be going live maybe this week, maybe sooner than later. All right, let's shut her down.